Singing in the Rain, Manic Drive, 5 minutes past 4. Jack and I till 6 o'clock. Good afternoon, Jack. We're going to delve back into our youth issues just now, and time to delve into them real deep, like deeper than the deepest ocean in the world. We looked at some issues for the youth that we're facing at the moment, and there were some like economic things as well as like school things, like and situational things. So like some issues were economic status, education, drug and alcohol abuse, and we want to delve into one today, Jack. And I thought we could delve into first the ready for this economic status thing.
The economic status.
What was it called again? Economic.
It was economic diversity, I think.
Yeah, something like that.
Something like that.
So it's really hard to, because we can't really do much about that, can we? Because the economy.
The economy.
Yeah, that relies pretty much on people who are working. Now, as the thing said before, it's now harder and harder to get a job. So, and yeah, a shifting economy. It's harder and harder to get a job because there's not as many going around because people are what's it called again? They're off something their stuff. They are outsourcing.
Yeah.
Their labor. So it's increasingly hard to get a job as a young person. And as we know, Jack, a lot of jobs now require qualifications. So if you want to work in like, I don't know, a design engineer. Well, that's pretty obvious. You need to get qualification. But even like little things now, there's like, I saw a coffee shop, and not in Perth, I saw it on Google, you have to have a barista course to work in the coffee shop. Or like, not even just doing the barista, even like doing like the handing the coffee out. That you had to have a barista course done. So there are more and more qualifications, and we can't always afford those things. So I'm just wondering, Jay, how do you reckon we can make these situations a little easier to go through? What do you reckon?
I think a big thing plays around what the government offers and what it doesn't offer, or what companies offer and what they don't offer.
Yeah.
Like a big, very helpful thing that we have here is obviously the HEC stat.
Yeah.
Because it allows people who can't straight up afford to do a degree or take a degree, they're able to then have the government pay for their degree.
Yes.
And then they can pay them back once they earn a high enough income. They just pay more tax.
Yeah.
So I think maybe the government should open up more to what they do offer on the HECSTAT and stuff. Because I'm not entirely sure if they even offer like TAFE on the HECSTAT. I think TAFE you have to go through something else.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think it plays around mostly what the government can do for the people who can't afford those things, and then hopefully because they will have been able to afford those things, the government is then setting that family up for the future generation. If this generation is able to then get into a good enough job, maybe they can, support their children into the next one. So
yeah,
I think it's a big thing, in my opinion, around what the government should do now, and they will reap the benefits later.
Yeah, and building on that even more, education is key for this. And if you want to, like, I know that it's not easy, like, it's different situations determine how you do education. And I'm not saying you have to do the full 12 years. What you can do, TAFE now even offer a course where you can do year 11 and 12 in TAFE in 6 months, so that you don't have to do it the traditional way. That's what I'm talking to one of our sponsors from Alchemist Volno Centre, Mary. We're talking about how millennials, people who are young people now, they're not going through school. They don't want to go through school the way they did traditionally. So that's why the government and local councils have set up things like the TAFE programs where you can go to TAFE, you can finish in year 10, go to TAFE, do a hands-on thing. Uni now isn't more and more kids want to go to uni, but there are now more options.
There's a lot of options to get into uni.
Bridging courses.
You can even take. When I was debating whether I wanted to do, what was it?
I don't know.
It was when I was debating whether I wanted to do engineering.
Yeah.
The introductory course literally said that this could be taken as long as you knew addition and subtraction. That was it.
Oh, wow, okay.
And even then, even if you barely knew your addition and subtraction, you could go through and do the thing. But it did take a lot of time because in this course, I had done my maths up to year 12, And I had a lot of courses going, a lot of things going. I actually dropped that course in the end. But even completing my year 12, I found that course to be difficult.
Yeah.
But it was like, you can do this if you don't even know your basic arithmetic. And I'm like,
Yeah.
so you can. And within there, they like the tutors were absolutely happy to offer help. And they had lots of links to like videos, just like even from beginning, like your basic arithmetic.
Mm-hmm.
So, and that was already, that was once you were already in the degree. So obviously they must have people get in the degree without any basic arithmetic.
Yep.
So yeah, that's what I had. On another note, I think all the millennials, actually the youngest millennials are like 23 now. So we're all Gen Z.
So yeah, as you said before, there's many ways of getting into uni. So, and what I'm trying to say to people is that if you physically or mentally cannot commit to 12 years and you want to drop out of year 10, it is now possible. I think there's 4 TAFEs or 3 TAFEs in Perth. The North Metro, South Metro and the Centre. I think there's one in the Centre as well. I don't think there's one in the East, but I think there's one in the Centre. But there are more and more options to go to. And if you want to find out more, you can head to our website. I'll put it up tonight, youthjamradio.com. I'll put up the info for that. Up next, Jack, we'll do one more of these helping people thing. Well, maybe we can do next is we can do materialism. That's on the way.
That's a big one.
It is. And we'll play that during the song. Woo! You're on Youth Jam Radio. Jack and Isaac here to see.